Nyck de Vries was given a mere 10 races to impress AlphaTauri and Red Bull bosses. Toto Wolff has warned Red Bull that they could rue the decision to ditch Nyck de Vries so quickly, claiming that the Dutch driver could have been a strong candidate to replace Sergio Perez if given the time to settle into F1. Many were shocked when the news broke that the Dutch driver would be leaving the team so soon after joining, with Red Bull legend and four-time world champion Sebastian Vettel describing the decision to let him go as brutal in an interview with ITV. De Vries was signed to the AlphaTauri team to replace the Alpine-bound Pierre Gasly for the 2023 season off the back of his memorable substitute appearance on debut for Williams at the 2022 Italian Grand Prix, in which he outqualified teammate Nicolas Latifi and picked up his maiden F1 points. Unfortunately for the Dutchman, that was where the fairy tale ended. De Vries was afforded just 10 races to prove his talent in the AlphaTauri, in which he struggled to match the pace of teammate Yuki Tsunoda in what was arguably the slowest car in the field. Off the back of the British Grand Prix in July, Helmut Marko made the decision to oust De Vries from the second AlphaTauri seat, bringing back the experienced Daniel Ricciardo as part of a test run ahead of his hopeful return to the Red Bull team. Speaking to Sky Sports F1 about the dismissal, Wolff explained, "Maybe he needed more time. If he had been given the season, who knows? Maybe he would have been a really good candidate for the Red Bull seat too. They wanted, I think, to do some benchmarking with Ricciardo to see if Daniel might be able to take Checo's seat, and once you've made that decision, then of course you'll fall through the cracks." Wolff is well placed to discuss De Vries' ability, having worked with the Dutch driver upon his graduation from the F2 series during his time as Mercedes test and reserve driver, as well as a Mercedes Formula E driver. "I'm a fan of his because he's incredibly intelligent for vehicle development and has always contributed a lot," Wolff continued, before adding that he will continue to support De Vries with Mercedes as much as we can. Unfortunately for the 28-year-old, there seems to be no hope of a return to his duties with Mercedes, at least for the immediate future. With Mick Schumacher currently holding the test and reserve role and Frederik Vesti also impressing, De Vries has fallen down the pecking order in that regard, with a return to Formula E the likely next step. While a full-time drive remains unannounced, De Vries will get behind the wheel again this weekend. The former AlphaTauri man will drive an MP Motorsport F2 car at the Jax Racing Day Festival in his native Netherlands this weekend.